Hello everyone, it's the Batman Statue Collector, and I'm back once again with another unboxing, and this time I've been waiting for him for a while. This guy's going to be massive. He is, of course, the 1/3 scale Bane by Prime 1 Studio. Alright everybody, welcome back, and I always like to start with the box art, and so I'm amazed by how much smaller this box is compared to the Azrael. If you recently watched that unboxing, that thing was massive. It was just probably the biggest box I've ever seen, and so I thought Bane's would actually be bigger, but it's actually way smaller, which is unbelievable to me. But anyway, we have the actual box art on the front. Arkham Origins, and this of course is the Venom edition, which is different than the one that's, you know, with his arms crossed like this. I really debated on whether to get that one, and I still like it, but I'll talk more a little bit about that later. But here we also have the box art on the side. This nice green mask on the back, very similar to other Prime 1 pieces. And then on the other side we have that big major fist. It's all actually part of that. I'll kind of give you an angled view of it. But I love this box art. I think it's really nice looking. Just love the colors. Simple but very effective. This one happens to be number 99 out of 750. So I'm real pleased with that number. I've been real lucky getting some low numbers here recently. I don't think I've ever had a 99 before. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy unboxed and let's show you what it all looks like. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and do the top layer. This one is split into two sections. Unlike Azrael, that was all in one box. Let's go ahead and see what we get in here. All right, so first things first, it looks like, oh, I thought it would be the base. Holy moly, he is going to be big. So there is the upper torso area there. We're going to have, looks like one of his arms there, and the other arm there. Looks like a lot of nice styrofoam padding to make sure everything's well protected. This is going to be the top part of the base that attaches on. And then this section here is going to be, I'm guessing, the three heads. So this is going to be the regular portrait. And the angry portrait here. Looks pretty good. And last but certainly not least, a portrait that I will never probably display, but this is the unmasked head. You can kind of see how big it is by the size of my hand. Paint apps look really amazing as always. Alright, let's see the next layer here. Alright, so underneath that layer is the bottom layer, and this is of course going to be the base. It is really good sized. I'm already seeing some details that I hadn't seen before, so that's the bottom of the base, and then here we have, of course, the legs. Man, this guy's going to be big, I can tell you that. So let's go ahead now, and we'll set him up and get him ready to go. Alright guys, so I just lifted this up on the table. He is extremely heavy. One of the heaviest Prime 1 pieces that I've felt personally. But let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box, and we'll see kind of what it looks like. This, of course, is going to be the base first. Try to lift that straight out. Sometimes when it's hard to get out of the styrofoam, it means it's very well packed. A lot of cool elements on this base that I hadn't seen before. There's some like broken wings here, like the top of one of the statues. Again, this base profile is a little bit smaller, so it's about the same height as the other figures. Here we see some amazing detail here on the side. All of that looks really good. We flip it over here. Again, number 99 out of 750. Nice art there, just like Prime 1 always does. Really cool. So we'll get that set up right there. Now this is into two sections, basically the bottom half and the top half. This, of course, is going to be the legs. It's a really cool feature I just noticed. The legs actually aren't too heavy. This actually feels like It might be somewhat hollow in places, but it's got a nice weight to it. Nice coloring. One thing I really like here, you see that it's felt. There's actually felt on the top, which I think is really nice. Obviously that's going to make for a smooth transition into the upper body. There's a large key, so this should fit very easily down into the keyhole. It does, absolutely. So that was pretty easy so far. Let's go ahead and move to the upper section. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and build the upper body. This was the same statue as the one going like this, the regular mercenary Bane. So this is identical. Everything about this and the base is identical. So this is the only difference with the Venom. And it's a pretty big difference. Wow, this upper body is really large. Have some nice foam here to protect the tubing. So I'm going to go through and pick all of this off and make sure. I'll probably do that later. But that's really nice protection there. The back and the front. Again, I mean, look how big this thing is. Big. It's got a nice big keyhole here, and that's going to slide down right into there. Wow, he is big, folks. I'm just amazed by how big he is. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do the arm. And again, some nice styrofoam here to protect these tubes. Those are cool. Tubes look really good. A lot of really good coloring. I mean, it really does make it look like it's lit up. This is, of course, is going to go right into here. Sorry, I'm kind of doing this backwards. Make sure I get it in right. Just like that. Okay, nice solid fit. All right, let's go to the other arm. Looking it over, paint-wise, everything looks good. You know, I almost feel like I don't really need to look over as I take this out, because the paint on Prime 1 has been great on every piece. I don't really have to worry at all. Man, the veins on this guy, man, I cannot wait to show you the review, because, man, the detail is really impressive. So this is just going to be sticking straight down. Again, a nice solid fit there. No problem at all. Next up, we have the back part of the base. This is just to make it a little taller in the back, and literally just a small key here. And I'm going to fit that right back into here. Incredibly easy, snapped right into place. No problem at all. The thing I like about this particular base is the way they made it look, especially from the back here. They actually made it look like one of the regular bases that had just been broken in half, basically. So I really like that about this. And I really like that he's going to be as tall as some of the other ones, maybe a little bit taller. But I like that because with my space upstairs with the angled ceilings, I was really worried about fitting him. So I'm really happy that they shrunk the base down in order to get his full height in the statue. So I like that. All right, so last really is the heads. We have the regular head here. So again, just a nice fit. Real easy, nice magnet. This is the, I think the head that a lot of people will probably use because it shows that anger right there. And then we have, last but not least, this one you can actually see the magnet a little bit better, but there we have that head. I was talking online with Thomas Nielsen. If you are a member of the Facebook groups, you might know Thomas. He was also at San Diego Comic-Con and did that awesome reporting for us on the channel. The only thing that he mentioned was that there is a seam line on the back if you use this head. I think a lot of people probably won't use this head. You don't have it really a seam because it's the mask, but here you actually have flesh on flesh. So I'll show you that whenever I do the review. But again, I think if you use the mask head, you're really not going to notice that at all. Initial impressions, I haven't really had a chance to look over him much, but again, paint looks amazing, and I am really blown away by how big he is. And I know the crazy thing is he's like almost half the size of what Killer Croc's going to be. And when I get that guy, you know, I just can't imagine, like, oh my gosh, I just can't imagine how big that piece is going to be, because he is massive. And initially, my initial thought is it looks really cool. So that's been my unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I'm anxious to get him up in the Batcave. I'll have a full review in the next couple days, so please stay tuned for that. As always, I thank you so very much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the Batcave.